Hello, and welcome back to Grind and Grow, the place where we don't just talk wellness, we expose the sneaky addictions hiding in plain sight. And today, sugar's on trial. Now, imagine this. A little kid glued to YouTube, eyes wide as their favorite influencer unwraps a colorful diamond-shaped candy and has a crunch that can be heard within a 20-mile radius. The kid's mom thinks, what's the harm? Until she realizes her credit card bill has doubled because her sweet-toothed daughter used it to purchase that toothbreaker on Instagram. Switch scenes. A teen snaps a selfie on Snapchat holding an imported green gooey chocolate bar that costs your day's worth of salary. Flexing candy for clout is the new Rolex on the wrist. And you know what? Their friends eat it up, literally and figuratively. Jump to a professional, maybe you. It's 3:07 p.m., your Zoom call just ended, and your brain is fried. You reach for that cookie in the office kitchen because, let's face it, caffeine alone can't fix your life. Just one, you whisper. But then one becomes three becomes six, and before you know it, your productivity graph looks like a sugar crash roller coaster. And finally, seniors. Picture grandma saying, "It's just a little candy. I've earned it." But then you see the insulin pens lined up on her nightstand, like little reminders that sugar doesn't play fair, no matter your age. Do you see the pattern? Different walks of life, same sticky trap. Sugar doesn't care if you're a child, a CEO, or a retiree. It's coming for all of us. So how did we get here? Let's break this down, like a detective story. First, social media. Candy has become clickbait. Marketers figured out that if you slow-mo a chocolate fountain or zoom in on gooey caramel, our brains light up like fireworks. TikTok and Instagram are basically candy commercials on steroids. And for kids, it's hypnotic. For teens, it's status. For adults, it's a guilty pleasure we mask as self-care. But let's be honest. When your self-care is eating 5 macarons that cost $20, are you caring for yourself or just feeding the sugar mafia? Second, price psychology. Ever wonder why a $30 candy gem feels like a luxury purchase? That's because sweets aren't just food anymore, they're identity. Expensive candy is basically edible designer gear. When you unwrap it, you're not just eating sugar, you're flexing dopamine with sprinkles. Third, life experiences. Some of us learned early that candy equals comfort. A lollipop after a shot at the doctor's office. A chocolate bar for acing a test. Cookies from grandma when you felt down. Those little moments plant sugar as an emotional lifeboat. Fast forward to adulthood and guess what? That lifeboat becomes the Titanic, sweet on the surface, sinking underneath. Fourth, environment and demography. Let's be real. Not everyone can afford to buy at Whole Foods down the street. Also, some neighborhoods are food deserts. Fast food on every corner, candy at every checkout, but no fresh produce in sight. Sugar becomes not just an option, but the only option. And let's not forget genetics. Some people are literally born with a sweet bias. Their taste buds and brain wiring make sugar cravings hit harder. Add stress, lack of sleep, or cultural habits, and boom, you've got a recipe for lifelong sugar addiction. Now here's the advanced psychology part. Studies show sugar lights up the brain's reward system the same way addictive substances do. You get that dopamine spike, your brain screams, "Yes, give me more!" And then the crash hits. What's worse? Psychologists call it reward prediction error. Your brain expects the same high the second time, but it never quite delivers, so you keep chasing. That's why just one gummy turns into an empty bag and a guilty smile. But wait, it gets even sneakier. Sugar hides everywhere. Your granola bar? Sugar bomb! Your healthy yogurt? Dessert in disguise! Your favorite energy drink? Basically liquid candy in a can? You think you're avoiding sweets, but you're drowning in them. So let's point fingers, shall we? Students, yes, you, who munch candy through late-night cramming sessions. You're not fueling focus, you're microwaving your brain. Professionals, you, who grab sugary lattes every morning, then wonder why you're jittery by 11 and exhausted by 3. Parents, when you use candy to bribe your kids, you're teaching them sweets equal happiness. Seniors, when you say, "I've lived long enough to enjoy sugar," remember, your quality of life matters more than your sweet tooth. But here's where Grind and Grow flips the script. We don't just expose problems, we give solutions. What if instead of sugar highs, you chased natural dopamine hits? Students, try swapping candy with protein snacks and quick exercise breaks. Your brain will thank you when finals come. Professionals, replace that 3 p.m. cookie with sparkling water or fruit. You'll avoid the crash and impress your coworkers with your glow up. Parents, show your kids that fruit can be fun too. Make smoothies. Freeze grapes. Turn watermelon into popsicles. Seniors, try a no added sugar challenge for a week. Track how your energy, sleep, and mood improve. Experts say gradual reduction works best. Don't go cold turkey, because it backfires. Substitution works. Replace candy with nuts, tea, or even chewing gum. Mindful eating works too. Ask yourself, am I really hungry? Or am I stressed, bored, or just scrolling Instagram? Here's a hack most people overlook. Clean your feed. If you follow candy influencers, you're basically hypnotizing yourself. Hit unfollow. Replace those algorithms with wellness creators, fitness inspiration, or channels like Grind and Grow that remind you you're more than your cravings. And humor me here. What if you treated sugar like that flaky friend who always shows up late, promises fun, but leaves you feeling worse? Would you still invite them to every party? Maybe it's time you RSVP. No thanks. Now, I'm not saying sugar is pure evil. Like fire, it can cook your food or burn your house down. The difference is moderation. The problem isn't sugar itself, it's sugar without limits. So, here's my call to action. Take back control. Share this video with your circle. Start conversations about sugar, not just diabetes or calories, but the culture of sweets that's stealing our health. Because when one person chooses water over soda or fruit over candy, it ripples. And ripples create waves. This is Grind and Grow. Remember this. Life's sweetest victories don't come from candy wrappers. They come from the choices you make, the health you reclaim, and the discipline you flex. You're sweeter than any chocolate, stronger than any craving, and worthy of a life that isn't run by sugar. So stay strong, stay mindful, and grow beyond the sweet trap.